Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFC North lately, you know it's been a division that's seen its fair share of ups and downs. But this offseason, the Detroit Lions have been quietly making moves that could set them apart from the pack. And one of the most significant developments is a trade that has everyone talking. That's right, we're talking about the Lions finalizing a deal to bring in cornerback Outdid Taylor from the New Orleans Saints. And let me tell you, this isn't just a minor move. It's a strategic move that could have ripple effects across the entire division, and honestly, beyond. So what's the scoop? The Lions, sitting comfortably at 6-2, and with a cap space of around $25 million, have managed to pull off a trade that involves a conditional second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. The Saints, currently struggling at 1-7 with a cap hit of $9 million, are parting ways with Taylor, who's been one of their brighter spots on defense this season. This move is not just about filling a roster spot. It's about shoring up the secondary that has been somewhat leaky this year, especially after the Saints' defense has been giving up a staggering 29 points per game since the extension of quarterback Derek Carr, which has come with a hefty $40 million hit. The Saints are also freeing up around $7 million in cap space, which they're likely earmarking for an overhaul on their offensive line, trying to rebuild that unit to give Carr better protection and stability. Meanwhile, the Lions are clearly looking to strengthen their secondary, their pass defense specifically, which has been a key factor in their recent success. Outdid Taylor, a player ranked among the top 50 in PFF's 2025 projections, has been a versatile and impactful corner. In 2025, he's tallied an impressive 32 solo tackles, 3 interceptions, and 7 pass deflections, earning a PFF coverage grade of 82.5. Over his career, Taylor has accumulated 212 tackles, 8 interceptions, and 35 pass deflections, numbers that show he's not just a coverage specialist, but also someone who can come up and make plays against the run. His ability to read quarterbacks, with a quarterback rating of 80. One based on his coverage reads, surpasses that of Davis, giving the Lions a projected plus 14% increase in interceptions with him on the field. And this is crucial because the Lions are already building a formidable secondary with players like Davis, and adding Taylor could elevate their coverage efficiency by around 18%, significantly reducing the aerial yards allowed, which currently stands at about 220 yards per game, but could drop to around 180 versus teams like the Vikings, who are 4-4 with a pass PFF grade of 75. But it's not just about the numbers. Taylor's recent injury history, including an ankle issue in Week 5 of 2025, hasn't slowed him down much. He's played in 7 out of 8 games this season. His health is vital for the Lions, who are looking to solidify their defense as they chase a deep playoff run. The Saints, on the other hand, seem to be hedging their bets, with odds of plus 15000 to win Super Bowl LXI, clearly not expecting to contend this year, but instead focusing on future rebuilding. They're looking at extensions for key players like Alvin Kamara, with a salary of around $15 million per year, pushing their cap up by about $16 million to accommodate that. So this trade is a strategic move for the Saints to reset and focus on building around younger players, while the Lions are leveraging this opportunity to bolster their secondary, which is already proving to be a major strength. Now, the impact of this move on the Lions' defense cannot be overstated. With Taylor added to the mix, the secondary becomes a real strength, a unit capable of generating around 12 or more interceptions this season, which could translate into a plus 18% boost in coverage efficiency. That's a game changer when facing top-tier quarterbacks and playoff contenders. The secondary will be more aggressive, smarter in coverage, and more capable of creating turnovers, which is essential for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. When you look at the overall defensive improvements, tackles made in the open field become more effective, helping to reinforce the run defense, which is already ranked in the top 10. Additionally, sacks from players like Hutchinson should see a slight increase, about 15%, because of the extra pressure and coverage help provided by Taylor. And with more turnovers, the Lions are likely to see an increase of around 4 additional takeaways per season, a critical factor in close games. It's also worth noting how this move impacts the team's overall confidence and chemistry. The Lions are already operating at a high level, with Jared Goff playing at an elite level, boasting a passer rating of 92. When he's been efficient, making smart throws, and leading the offense with a calmness that resonates with the team. The addition of Montgomery in the backfield, who's been averaging 4.5 yards per carry for 680 yards this season, helps keep defenses honest, especially as the Lions exploit lighter boxes to run the ball more effectively. The team's offensive scheme has been about balance, and now with these defensive upgrades, Detroit is looking even more dangerous. Their ability to control the tempo, force turnovers, and capitalize on opportunities has significantly increased, making them a serious threat in the NFC. Looking ahead, the Lions' prospects for a Super Bowl run are looking brighter than ever. Their odds have improved from plus 600 to around plus 300, reflecting the confidence in their roster and coaching staff. The secondary's rise, fueled by Taylor's arrival, is a major X-factor, especially as they prepare for the playoffs. Their upcoming games against division rivals like the Packers, who are currently 5-3, will be pivotal. Locking down the slot receivers like Reed and limiting the aerial attack will be crucial in those matchups. The NFC North has always been a competitive division, but with the Lions making these strategic moves, they're positioning themselves as the team to beat not just this season, but for years to come. The division is no longer just a battleground for bragging rights. It's becoming a proving ground for championship contenders. And let's not forget about the big picture here. The NFL landscape is always shifting, and the Lions are actively reshaping their defense to match their offensive firepower. Jared Goff's high rating, combined with the emerging run game led by Montgomery and an improved secondary, creates a well-rounded team capable of competing at the highest level. The defense, particularly the secondary, is becoming a real strength, a backbone that can withstand high-pressure situations and make game-changing plays. The addition of Alontae Taylor isn't just a depth move. It's a statement that the Lions are serious about contending now and in the future. They're building a team that's not only talented but also smart and adaptable, qualities that are essential for playoff success and a potential Super Bowl appearance. So in summary, this move by the Lions to acquire Taylor from the Saints is more than just a trade. It's a signal of intent. They're committed to strengthening their secondary, boosting their chances of creating turnovers, and elevating their overall defensive performance. This is exactly the kind of strategic move that could define their season, pushing them closer to the ultimate goal, bringing Lombardi back to Detroit. The NFC North is getting even more interesting, and the Lions are right at the center of it all. With their improved defense, a balanced offense, and the confidence that comes with a solid roster, they're setting the stage for what could be a historic season. The path to the Super Bowl is never easy, but with these moves, Detroit is clearly making a statement. They're here to compete, and they're not backing down. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Lions' chances of making a deep playoff run are looking more promising than ever. The combination of Jared Goff's stellar quarterback rating, the improved run game with Montgomery, and now the upgrade in the secondary with Taylor gives them a balanced, dangerous team. The secondary, especially, is now projected to generate more turnovers, a key factor in playoff success. Imagine a Detroit defense that can consistently limit opponents' aerial yards, create interceptions, and force turnovers at critical moments. That's the kind of defense that can carry a team deep into January and potentially to the Super Bowl. And the impact on their divisional rivals is unmistakable. The Packers, with a 5-3 record, will have to step up even more if they want to keep pace. The Vikings, currently at 4-4, already face tough challenges, and the Lions' defensive improvements will only make their games more difficult. This move also signals a shift in the NFC North, which has long been a battleground of competitive teams trying to establish dominance. Now, with the Lions stacking their roster with smart, impactful additions like Taylor, They're positioning themselves not just as contenders, but as favorites for the division crown and beyond. So, Lions fans, it's an exciting time. The team is making moves that say loud and clear, they're in it to win it. The secondary, which was a question mark earlier in the season, is now a major strength, and the team's overall confidence is sky high. The coaching staff is executing a plan that balances talent acquisition with smart cap management, and the players are showing the grit and determination needed for a deep playoff push. As the season progresses, watch for even more strategic moves, game-changing plays, and perhaps a few surprises along the way. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that the Detroit Lions are no longer just underdogs, they're genuine contenders, and they're making their statement loud and clear. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this trade? Do you think Taylor's addition will be the spark that pushes the Lions over the edge? Are you confident in their Super Bowl chances now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. This team is on the rise, and the best is yet to come. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, go Lions.